Not everything in Blox Fruits is easy to get. Some things require insane luck, legendary patience, or even hours and hours of grinding. Today, I've brought you the top 10 hardest things you can obtain in Blox Fruits. And if you already have 2 or more of them, then you're officially one of the legends of this game. But before we start, make sure to scroll down, smash that like button, and subscribe. Now let's get serious and jump right into the list. Number 10. Reaching the 3rd sea. This might sound pretty easy to you, but believe it or not, less than 500 million Blox Fruits players have actually made it there. And keep in mind, the game has over 47 billion visits, which is 6 times the entire population of Earth. To get to the 3rd sea, you need to reach level 1500. Honestly, it's no surprise that many players gave up before making it. And honestly, I don't blame them. Grinding for too long can get really boring. Number 9, Teach's Cloak or Blackbeard's Cloak. Some of you might say, come on, it's just a cloak. But the real problem is how Blackbeard or Teach respawns. Doesn't matter what you call him, the anime name, or just HP Eater. To make him spawn, you first need Teach's Key, also known as the Fist of Darkness, that red glowing item. Now there are only 2 ways to get it. Farming sea beasts over and over until you drop it. And that's only a 5% chance. Or waiting 4 whole hours on a server until it appears in a random chest. The smarter move is to use a private server so you can track the timer. On a public server, you'll never know if it's been 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3. And after all that effort, you only have about a 2% chance of actually getting the cloak. No wonder most Blox Fruits players struggle with it. Especially the poor collectors who try to grab every single item in the game. Number 8. The Dark Dagger or Indra's Tiny Sword. To get this weapon, you'll need to spawn and defeat Indra. But here's the problem. The drop rate is supposed to be between 2% and 5%. Though honestly, it feels more like 1%. Most of us have beaten Indra multiple times and still never got it. I don't know if it's just bad luck or if the developers really wanted to make this insanely hard. And to even spawn Indra, you first need a chalice. And that's a whole story by itself. You can get it in 3 ways. By completing a quest where you fight Diablo and his elite pirate crew. From the Yama Sword quest, which is basically the same concept. Or from a random chest, but only if the server has been running for 4 hours or more. The difference is that Indra spawns in the 3rd sea, while Teach spawns in the 2nd sea. Number 7. Zoro Swords. Zoro Swords are considered some of the strongest blades in the game's highest tier. And of course, that means they're insanely hard to get. There are 3 swords, Shisui, Wando, and Sandai Kitetsu. Buying all 3 costs around 6 million in-game cash. But once you combine them into one blade, the price jumps to 8 million. Now the money isn't the real problem here. The problem is the NPC spawn time. The seller shows up only once every 3 to 6 hours on a server. Sure, there's a helper bot that tells you when he spawns, or you can keep hopping servers, but either way, it's gonna take a ton of time. And on top of that, you have to level up all 3 swords to mastery 350 before you can combine them. Honestly, I think Odin's swords, the CDK, are way easier to get than Zoro's. Believe it or not, I still don't even have Zoro's swords myself. To be fair, owning them is something to brag about, but at the same time, it just proves you don't really have a life outside the grind. Number 6. The Dark Blade, or Mihawk Sword, V3. Getting this weapon is just as painful as trying to spawn Blackbeard. The catch? You don't just need 1 Fist of Darkness, you actually need 2. That means you and your friend both have to get one. And as I explained earlier, even getting a single key is a massive grind. Now imagine having to farm 2 of them and then also needing someone to help you out. Honestly, I don't think it's worth all that effort. Unless you're the kind of player who just wants to collect absolutely everything in the game. But hey, that's just my opinion. If you've got a different one, let me know down in the comments. Number 5. The Dracula Race. This one is pure pain. The quests are so annoying that they'll make you want to quit halfway through. Here's what you have to do. First, level up the flame fighting style to 500 mastery, then collect 8 Dragon Dojo belts. After that, you need to max out 2 weapons, Dragon Storm and Dragon Heart, both to 500 mastery. And no, I'm not done yet. Once you do all that, you'll have to find the Leviathan, defeat it, and take its heart to Hydra Island. Then go hunt down the brand new island, complete a head trial, and only then you unlock this so-called co-op race. In my personal opinion, it's not worth it at all. Sure, it looks cool, but unless you're obsessed with collecting everything in the game, skip it. Number 4. The Race 5-4. I already mentioned the Dracula race, but Race 5-4 is on another level of frustration. The quests are even more complicated. For example, you need to get a mirror. To do that, you first have to beat Katakuri or the Dough King. And to spawn them, you'll need the Chalice again. So yeah, get ready for another maze of farming. Once you finally get the mirror, you have to find Mirage Island and then obtain a blue gear. If you're lucky, you'll find it in 1 or 2 tries, but usually it takes way longer. And just when you think you're done, you'll enter the trial, only for other teams to ruin it for you. Honestly, that's the kind of moment where you just want to quit Blox Fruits altogether. Number 3. Event items. This category includes items like the Christmas cloak, Santa's hat and Santa's sleigh, or Valentine's items like the pink scarf and heart glasses. Why did I put them here? Because once these events end, the items become super rare and nearly impossible to find again. That's why collectors go crazy for them. The reason these are ranked so high is simple. They only show up once a year. And some of them never come back. For example, the party hat, or even some of the Valentine's items like the pink scarf and heart glasses. We don't know if they'll ever return. And there's one more item I didn't mention earlier. The DS cloak. Forget about getting it. It's basically impossible now. Almost nobody owns it. Honestly, when I first started playing Blox Fruits, I didn't even know it existed. Number 2. The Dragon Fruit. This is by far the hardest fruit to obtain in the game, and its value is insanely high. You could easily trade it for 3 kitsunes without breaking a sweat. Why is it so hard to get? Because you only have 2 realistic options. Trading. But good luck with that, since anyone who owns a dragon always asks for ridiculously expensive items. Or completing the Volcano Island quest where you have to spawn the dragon egg. The chance of getting it is only about 1%. Sure, you could also try buying it, but the price is ridiculously high, and honestly, I think they made it even rarer just to hype up the dragon update. Number 1. Titles. The hardest thing to get in Blox Fruits isn't an item at all, it's the titles. Why? Because every item I've mentioned so far, you can technically get it if you grind long enough. But some titles? They're literally impossible to obtain. We're talking about things like admin titles, YouTuber titles, or exclusive event titles like the one given during the Roblox Best Game of the Year event. Once they're gone forever. Personally, I'm hoping one day I can earn the YouTuber title. There's also one extra weapon worth mentioning. The Triple Dark Blade. This sword is so rare that almost nobody has it. The only ones I've ever seen with it are the game owner and a few huge YouTubers. It's basically just a dark blade stacked 3 times. But its appearance is epic. It looks incredibly intimidating. Hopefully one day I'll be able to get my hands on it. And with that, we've reached the end of today's video. The top 10 hardest things to get in Blox Fruits. Tell me in the comments how many of these items you actually own and share your thoughts about this list. This was my very first video like this, so if you enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future content. See you all in the next one.